I love this pen. So much so, it's actually been the only pen that I've used for almost a decade now. And one day I thought to myself, why don't I apply the idea of using one thing to every aspect of my life? So I did. In the beginning of 2021, I started a 3-month experiment into minimalism, which later then turned into a lifestyle that I adopted for an entire year. I did everything from selling gear that I hadn't used in a while to actually wearing the same shirt every day. And honestly, it felt pretty good. It almost felt like I was decluttering my life. I was finally getting rid of all of the unnecessary things around me. Decisions became easier and my environment felt less distracting. And for a moment, I thought, this is it. That is until I learned the truth behind minimalism. You see, the whole reason why I even considered this lifestyle in the first place was I wanted to get rid of decision fatigue. I wanted to make better decisions by making less decisions and saving my brain power, decision-making power for more important, impactful decisions. And even though it seemed like decisions were easier to make and I was making better decisions, it was because I had controlled the space in which I was making those decisions. I created a perfect and easy environment to make decisions in, and it didn't resemble the world at all. I wasn't getting better at making decisions, I was just creating an environment that was easier to make a decision in. Which means once I ventured back out into the real world, decisions were no longer easy to make. They were actually more difficult. Life is full of distractions. It's messy. It's not perfect. And when we create a perfect environment for us to condition our decision making in, we get rid of what makes us human. And especially as creatives, that's where a lot of our ideas come from. It comes from the mess, it comes from the pain, it comes from all of the chaos that this world has to offer us. And we take all of that and we create something with it. But when we remove all those distractions in our environment, we also toss out the chance to be inspired. One thing that I found very interesting was when I got into a creative block, I couldn't break my cycle because there was no cycle to break. I had gotten rid of everything. I had made my whole system perfect, essentially, and there was nothing left to break. But how could minimalism be bad? It seems like such a great idea. Well, it's not entirely bad. In fact, minimalism is a great way to start. If you're trying to reorganize your life or maybe recreate yourself, it's perfect. It gives you a really good foundation to build on. But at some point, we have to embrace that chaos that the world has to offer. We have to accept all the pain. We have to accept all the messiness. What I had found that I had created in my minimalist environment was I was using it to run away from everything. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are doing the same thing. They're using minimalism as an escape. They're using it as a way to not deal with what's going on in the world right now. And I mean, who can blame them? The world is crazy. It's a mess out there. But we can't hide forever. And it wasn't until a year later that I realized that I was doing minimalism all wrong. I thought it was about getting rid of all your stuff and decluttering your life. It isn't about running away from the mess, but rather being present in the world and at peace with yourself. Because the world is chaos. Life is pain and joy. It's struggle and success. It's heartbreak and love. If we shield ourselves from the ugliness of life, we'll also miss its beauty.